You're listening to the Engaged Club podcast, where we believe that engagement of members, staff, and managers is the key to a thriving club.
Our aim is to help you become a better club manager by giving you practical, actionable club management and marketing advice.
I'm Roger Kincaid. I'm the marketing director at Off Course Golf. We make member and customer engagement tools for club managers that make growth and prosperity their business. You can find out more about what we do at offcourse.golf.
And I'm Jim Hope. I've been managing clubs and working in the hospitality business for nearly 40 years. I now proudly serve the members of the Derrick Golf and Winter Club in Edmonton, Alberta as their GM and COO.
Jim, just wanted to have a quick episode because I got 3 ideas that are going to be low budget or even no budget marketing tactics that club managers can put in play at their clubs right away.
So Roger, just so you know, I love low budget, but I am enamored with no budget marketing. So I can't wait to get into this.
Well, Jim, I'll tell you something. If you like free, then at the end of this episode, stay tuned all the way to the end of the episode because I have something for free that I will give away to someone who listens to the Engaged Club.
Before you get started, I just want to remind everybody the Engaged Club podcast is supported by the Canadian Society of Club Managers, something we're very proud of. Roger, tell us how we can do stuff for free or with a very low budget.
One of the first things that I hear come up in conversation a lot is about loyalty programs and finding ways that we can reward our customers for their loyalty, right? And Jim, you being on the private club side, surely as a manager, you recognize the need, the importance of having your members bring guests by the club, fill the tee sheet a little bit and get that guest green fee revenue up. And in fact, I believe you've probably got a spot for that on your balance sheet at the end of the year, don't you?
It's a very significant line item on our income statement is guest fees. For sure it is.
Okay. So look, if you've got those members, then go ahead and track their participation in a referral program. Get your members to bring guests by the club, and when they do, reward them for it, and then give them tiered rewards, right? So if they bring, 5 guests a month, they get this particular reward. Maybe it's a pro shop credit, maybe it's a dining room credit, or maybe it's an experience. You could even run a contest around it, right? So a trip to Vegas for 2 might run your club $1,000, and if you've got 30 or 40 members that are participating in a referral program and they really want to win the trip to Vegas, and they bring an extra, let's say, 3 or 4 guests per month by the club, then you're not going to care that you spend $1,000 on a trip to Vegas. You're going to roll in the extra money that you weren't bringing in before you had this referral program in place.
Yeah, what's hard for people to get their head on, Roger, is the net amount, right? Because they look at this stuff as a gross amount. Like if I sell 10 green fees at $100, that's $1,000. And if I said to somebody, look, I'll give you $900, it's just going to cost you $100, would you be in that? They say, yeah, in a heartbeat. But people struggle, you know what I mean, with looking at it as a net amount because there's maybe a cost to get it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can slip into that in another episode sometime and really just talk about changing the attitude around that. But that's 100% correct, Jim. I mean, if you've got to spend $100 to make $1,000, you should spend that $100 every time. And the only question you should have is, how come I can only spend $100?
Absolutely. And I'd love that. We should do an episode on that because I've got some thoughts on that as well.
Okay. I'll pin that to the wall for now. So idea number 1, no budget or low budget marketing tactic is a referral program where you track participation and reward people in escalating values for their participation and for their success in it. Okay. So here's a really simple no budget marketing tactic that a lot of club managers have available to them that they might not explore, but it's talking to clubs. If the anecdotal experience of my own father is instructive enough here, he's a Rotarian, and I know that they're always looking for guest speakers for their Rotary Club to really come and talk about anything. And that's a community-minded group, right? That's a service club, and there's a lot of service clubs in a lot of towns that have a lot of golf courses. And being able to approach those clubs and say, can I come by your service club, speak over your lunch meeting or whatever your meeting is to talk about the wonderful community benefit that our course provides, or maybe tell them some interesting things about the club business that they may not really know about. It's a really good way for you to not only expand your network to the members of that particular service club, but also to tell your story and to have your story spread around. And what you really ultimately want to do is think about the investment here. If it takes you maybe 30 minutes to an hour to figure out what you're going to talk about, and then 30 minutes to an hour to go and actually execute that talk with that particular club, you've got a 2-hour investment in something that's going to make your club top of mind whenever somebody needs to come play a round of golf, book a space for an event, or refer a friend whose son or daughter might be getting married to your club for that type of business. So talking to clubs is a really simple way to do some really easy, no budget marketing.
I'm in Edmonton now. I was in Calgary. I was in Kelowna before that. And I spoke to a Rotary Club at each three, in each three of those cities. I spoke to the Rotary Club that meets at our club on Wednesdays at lunch. And in each one of those cases, I had somebody who approached me later about membership at the club. In all cases, they thought we were full. We weren't, and they talked to me about membership. So it's funny you said Rotary, because I spoke to the Rotary Club here about 6 months ago at our club.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really, really easy one. And, go ahead and make the call. It's a different kind of people, right? People that are in service clubs are into returning phone calls, into having conversations, and into including you in what they're doing. So you'd be surprised how easy it is, I think, to book yourself in one of those speaking gigs. And Jim, low budget or no budget marketing tactic number 3 is going to be email marketing. Now, it shouldn't surprise you that I'm including this on the list. I'll tell you that email marketing is the cornerstone of your marketing strategy. The one thing the biggest mistake that I see clubs making is they don't email their lists frequently enough. And when they do, they're promoting or selling. They're not helping, sharing, and storytelling. So that's kind of the start of this point. But email marketing, I'll tell you what. So many clubs use something like Constant Contact or MailChimp. It costs them money every month, and I don't see them getting full value out of it. The cost is almost too high for the ROI that they're leaving on the table. So I want to make this a lower budget marketing tactic for you. I want to encourage you to find more opportunities, more reasons to send that email out to your list, to share the story of your club, and to get people engaging with you there and directing them to the next level, which is, coming to the club or calling the club or whatever that call to action in your email is going to be. And really activating that email engagement for your club. So low budget tactic number 3. I almost let the cat out of the bag there, Jim. Low budget tactic number 3 is email marketing. Get into the habit of sending out email messages with greater frequency to your list.
So, Raj, recap the 3 of them for us again.
Number 1 is get that referral program going on. Get those members to be bringing guests to the club and reward those members for doing it. I love the idea of doing something like buying a trip to Vegas and making a contest out of it. You'll net so much more money than you'll be out of pocket doing so. Talk to clubs is number 2. Go to those Rotary clubs, Lions clubs, Elks, whatever's in your community, service clubs in your community, and speak to them about the great things that are happening at your club, the pivotal role you play in the community, and the great stories that are coming out of there. And you'll broaden the network. You'll increase your business. And Jim, as you mentioned, you might even pick up a member or two. And low budget or no budget marketing tactic number 3 is email marketing. It's the cornerstone of your marketing play, and you've got to find more opportunities to share your story with your contact list to let them know what's going on at the club and why it needs to be a more important part of their life. Now, Jim, are you ready for the free thing?
Oh, I'm ready, Roger. Bring it on.
Okay, so as you know, we have an email marketing platform with Off Course Golf. It's called OnPoint. And if you would like to switch away from the monthly bill of using, something like Constant Contact or something like MailChimp, then I'm going to set you up with OnPoint for free. There's no strings attached. Okay, this is not going to be free for 3 months and then you got to pay. It's not going to be just a 2-week free trial and then you can let me know if you want to subscribe for some easy installments. We're going to give you this for free for your lifetime as long as you want to use it. I'm only going to do it for one person. So write that email, hello@engagedclub.com, put in the subject field OnPoint, and I'm going to pick the first email that comes in, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the white glove service. We're going to migrate you from whichever email marketing platform you use over to OnPoint, just completely free, and you'll use it and you'll love it.
That's awesome. I would go to your inbox pretty quickly, Roger, after this podcast is launched, because I suspect somebody's going to be emailing you right away for that. So thank you for doing that.
I hope that these marketing tactics, these low cost, no budget marketing tactics work for you. If you try anything and put them in place, or maybe you're doing something similar at your club right now and you've got an experience to share, please send us an email as well at hello@engagedclub.com.
We really hope this episode is a big help to you. If you know somebody else that could benefit from this episode, please share it and let's grow together.
Yeah, the archive of this podcast is available at engagedclub.com, where you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Slack space for more discussion. And of course, we'd always like to hear your thoughts, questions, ideas, comments, anything you have to say via email at hello@engagedclub.com. Thanks for listening.